Hello, my name is Tata Mabel and welcome to my channel. If you are watching this, you have just gotten yourself a job as a graduate. Welcome to the world of work. It's very different to the world of studying. There's no professor here. There's a manager who's responsible for your output. So number one, the first thing that you need to know is you need to set up time with your manager and find out from them what is the main thing or the main output that is expected of your role as a graduate that you need to achieve in the first 3 months of your employment. Most companies have this policy, it's called probation, but most companies are very naughty. They don't tell you that they're sussing you out. And then 3 months come and then they're like, I'm my sister or I'm my brother, it's not working, which means you have failed the probation period. So the first and foremost thing that you need to set up is a meeting with your manager or with HR or with both preferably to go, okay, cool, I have been appointed in this role. What is expected of my output in the first 3 months, so that they can outline it for you, so that when you are busy every day for the first 3 months, you're not just going to the canteen, you are also just, giving output as per your contract. Okay, that's number one. Number two, find out what the conditions of employment are. So normally companies have that as a document, right? Or they have it in various policies. So conditions of employment or conditions of service would have things like your leave policy, your incentive policy, your bonus policy, your performance management policy, shares policy, conduct policy. So find out where that document sits on your intraweb, or you may have been sent that document when they sent you a pre-employment document. Read it, understand it. If you don't understand it, set up time please with HR so that you can ask questions so that you understand that document, because that document sort of is the one that is governing your existence in that company. Okay, so the rules of engagement are in that document. Okay, number three, most important document that people have to understand. This is the disciplinary code. This is where the company outlines what is acceptable behavior and what is unacceptable behavior, right? So this is talking about what is acceptable in terms of late coming. If you sleep on the job, do you get fired, or do you get sent for training? If you steal company assets, what happens to you? If you have a company car, if you crash it, what happens? If you have a cell phone, company cell phone, or any allowance, if you misuse them, what happens? So that policy, it's called the disciplinary code. It typically outlines all of those acceptable conduct or behaviors. And then it also says, if you do certain things, this is what the outcome would be. Like, for example, other companies have a zero tolerance on late coming. So for example, if the job says you must be at work at 8 and you arrive at 8:15 3 times, that can take you into a disciplinary inquiry where the company can actually dismiss you for it. So read that document and understand it. That's number two, disciplinary code. Number three, understand what the team does. So you are appointed as a graduate, I'm sure with a group of other graduates, but your job is to find out how you stand out in that job, right? Because it's a group of you typically. You find out from the rest of the team what they are doing, and then find out what skill set they have, so that you can understand when you are giving your output, where does your output go, or who do you need to make friends with to obviously get to the next level of your career growth, right? So typically there are junior engineers, if you are working in an engineering platform, junior engineers, intermediate, and then senior, and then principal. So make friends with all those ladders so that you understand what outputs and the bigger picture of your project team. Okay, and lastly, number five, understand and know where the bathrooms are. Okay, so those are the top 5 things. Understand what your output is. Number two, understand what the conditions of employment are, or conditions of service are. And then number three, the disciplinary code. Understand it, know where it sits, understand what you can and cannot do in that job. Number four, understand what the output or the skill set of your team is. And number five, understand where the bathrooms are. That's it from me, the top 5 things to thrive as a graduate in 2025. Ciao.